Hi, my name is EJ Massa. Everybody loves a 50mm lens, a nifty 50 they call it. Well, you're in luck because Tamron just came out with a 45mm lens. Close enough! It's the Tamron 45mm f1.8 and some other letters. That's definitely a unique focal length, and it's closer to a normal field of view, which is roughly 43mm on a full-frame sensor. If you take a look at the lens, you can tell that they were inspired by the Sigma Art series of lenses. The Sigma has a matte black finish, the Tamron has a matte black finish. The Sigmas have chunky rubber grip, the Tamron has a chunky rubber grip. The Sigmas use a sans serif font, the Tamrons use a similar looking font. The Art series has a little circle with an A, the Tamrons have an oval thing with a sp. The Sigma has a shitty lens cap, and the Tamron, wait, that lens cap is pretty good. Tamron wins lens design. Reason, lens cap. Even though the lens is heavily inspired by the Sigmas, it's a lot less bulky and heavy. This lens is an f1.8 and the Sigma is a 1.4. So what makes this lens so special? Well, the Tamron includes vibration control, which is quite rare for a prime lens, outside a few macro lenses, especially useful for my shaky ass hands. It's not because of the things I've done, it's because I drink a lot of coffee. Vibration control is useful in both photography and video. Take a look at this picture of this delicious glass of whiskey. In this shot I used vibration control and the shutter speed of 1/15. In this shot I used the same shutter speed, but I turned off the vibration control. Definitely not as sharp. And here's another picture of my drinking problem with the vibration control on. And here's one with the vibration control off. Not as sharp. Vibration control is especially useful for what I know you're going to be using this for. Taking pictures of cats in the dark. Don't deny it. Here's a shot at shutter speed 1.8 in relative darkness. Not bad for a quickly composed shot. And here's a nice pose shot again at minimum light. And when I turn the vibration control off, it's much harder to maintain sharpness at this shutter speed. How about we take a look at some non-booze, non-cat photos? Oops, that's another cat. And here that's more booze. At least this gives you a feel of the bokeh this lens provides. It kind of has a oniony look to it, so it's not the most attractive bokeh in the world. Not that I have anything against onions. This lens is super sharp wide open, even in the far corners of the frame, and there doesn't seem to be much distortion either. This is especially useful for you wall shooters out there. I know there's thousands of you shooting them walls. Actually, it could be useful for people who make 3D models or textures for video games. That gives me an idea. Buy EJ Massa's 3D modeling texture pack. 115 creepy warehouse textures, 65 different rusty metal textures, 95 authentic blood splatter textures. For some reason, I'm going to capitalize the word authentic. For some reason, I'm going to underline the word authentic. For some reason, I'm going to apply a glow filter to the word authentic. This Tamron is really great at close focusing, achieving an almost macro focus distance, so you can really get close to your subject. Oh hey there, handsome. The focus throw is nice and long, perfect for precise focusing. You could throw your focus all the way next Tuesday, you know what I mean? One downside to the lens is the presence of purple fringing. Hot Han Solo is kindly demonstrating it for me. It didn't appear often, but it's especially disappointing considering how well the lens performs elsewise. But it is easily correctable in Lightroom. How's the autofocus speed? Let's arbitrarily compare it to the Canon 50mm 1.2L. Is that a fair comparison? I don't care! When focusing on an object with a single focus point at the same distance, the Tamron 45mm is just a tad slower than the Canon 50mm 1.2L. So it's acceptable, but it's not that quick. Actually, build quality wise, it really reminds me of the Canon 50mm 1.2L. It's extremely solid and well built, just like that lens. Plus, it has a moisture-resistant construction, great for photography in unpredictable New England weather. The autofocus is very accurate too, and it seems to be a little more consistent than the Sigma Art series. One of the main reasons why I'm using the lens is vibration control in video mode. Here's a shot with vibration control on, and here's one with it off. Not a huge difference, but it could be the difference between using a warp stabilizer in post and not. Just don't expect Olympus OMD style stabilization. It doesn't do that, no matter how much you yell at it. All my shots here were handheld using the Nikon D750. I thought it was extremely fun to have vibration control in a prime lens. And I kinda wish Tamron would come out with an 85mm prime with image stabilization. Oh my gosh, can you believe how adorable that bokeh is? Oh my goodness, this is just too much. Look how cute that bokeh is over there. I had a lot of fun with a 45mm. It's a focal length I never even realized I wanted. So between this lens and the Sigma 50mm 1.4 Art series, which is basically the direct competitor to this lens, which should you get? I haven't put the Sigma Art through all of its paces, but I'd probably choose that if I was doing strictly photography because of the wider depth of field, and it's a little better optically, I think. But if you're a hybrid shooter like me, I'd go with the Tamron because it's got the vibration control, it's lighter, it's got the more weather sealed body, and it's just all around pretty great. And the Tamron comes in a little cheaper too, and that's something to consider as well. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got some whiskey and whiskers to take pictures of. That means cats. And whiskey. Whiskey and cats. Goodbye.
According to YouTube statistics, most people drop off at this point. So it really doesn't matter what I say here. Missile tits. Fart demon. Turd burglar. Bill Cosby. Well, thanks for watching anyway. You know what to do. Bye.